Hello everybody, it's your old pal Tuna here, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to Cat Diaries Part 1. Yes, in fact, we are finally bringing a second cat into our home. Nori doesn't quite know about that yet, but he will in just a couple days. So we have actually been interested in getting a second cat ever since we got Nori, because he is very sociable, very active, and very needy in terms of attention. And it just seems like he would be the perfect candidate for having a furry little brother or sister to help him spend some of his energy and occupy some of his time so that does not fall entirely on me. However, the landlords here in this place that we rent had a one cat only policy in place for a long time, and we've been living here for a few years now, and basically I asked very politely if we could get a second cat, and back in February we were approved to bring a second cat into the home. Ever since then, I have been kind of busy on and off, kind of looking for a cat, kind of not, and for one reason or another, it just wasn't working out to get a cat, but it is like kitten season right now, which means there are a lot of young cats available, and we did want to bring in a young cat so that he would obviously have the most success in welcoming it into our home, and that it will have lots of energy so Nori can have this playmate that he so desires. And long story short, as these things tend to happen rather suddenly, the opportunities come up to go to an adoption event where we will be meeting a handful of kittens and hopefully bringing one home. We have been pre-approved. I spoke with the rescue. They all seem happy and great. And yeah, that's the next step. I will be totally honest. I am super nervous. I am like naturally a very anxious person, and despite the fact that I've grown up with cats, I've had 2 cats, I've had 1 cat, I've had every variety and flavor of cat that you can consider out there. Something I haven't done since I was a kid is introduce a young cat to an existing cat, and it didn't go over so well with my family cat back when I was a kid. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that. But I want to avoid any sort of trouble. Not that I think there's going to be any, because I really believe that Nori is a happy and easygoing cat. He's gonna love having a new friend. It is Thursday now. We're supposed to pick up the cat on Saturday, and so I'm gonna spend some time between now and then prepping the landing room, so the bedroom where we can do some socialization time and see if Nori is gonna need a full week or longer, or maybe he's gonna be really curious. Obviously, I am filling the Amazon cart full of everything that I could possibly need. And yeah, this is gonna be the kitten vlog. This is gonna be first week with the kitten. When you guys see this, it will have been 7 days, so we will know at the end of this video what the trajectory is going to be moving forward. What do you think, Nori? Are you excited for a little brother or sister? Are you excited? I think you're gonna like it. Okay, we have the room kitten-proofed to the best of my ability. Obviously, the kitten will not be unsupervised for the first little while, so if there are any little kitten-shaped things that I missed, I can catch those before crisis occurs. We are leaving in 10 minutes now to go check out the kittens. I'm actually not sure how many kittens there are, but I had shortlisted 3 that were all described as being playful and adventurous, which is kind of like the match that we're looking for Nori. 2 of them are orange boys, and 1 of them is a Dilute Calico girl. So we will see. I'm leaving it up to fate to whom we will be taking home. We're gonna meet them, we're gonna touch them, we're gonna sniff them, and see which one is speaking the most. I have had some bouts of nervousness. I had a crying breakdown the other day because I was worried that Nori was like going to change in some way based on this, and that's kind of the idea. We want him to change in a good way where he can spend his energy not entirely in the presence of me and Mark, but I'm very fearful that some of his only child qualities that I really like will change. So yeah, I got really upset about it, but I've been through the waves of emotions in making this decision. I am really excited, obviously. I mean, it's a kitten, come on. And hopefully we will be returning with a new child. How are you? It's okay, I know. You want to go on a date? that's why we're looking for a sibling for our cat. He's very playful and adventurous, so we're looking for someone.
Orange does have that.
We have the tuxedo, so basically a variant of orange.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you know about. I mean, the oranges have that orange personality.
Yes, exactly.
So they have that playfulness. They do have. They're different. The orange cats are different.
Built different.
They're built different. They're lovely, but they do have a bit of a different personality. I have an orange cat myself, so I know. But they're wonderful. They're almost like dogs.
Yes,
They can be. Yeah. That's the name of the game with introducing. It's just slow and easy wins the race. Right?
You are so friendly.
You are a needy love bug, aren't you? And you haven't even bitten me once?
Oh, it's wow.
Good morning. This vlog is full of flattering angles. It is just after the first night with the kitten, and we basically decided that I would sleep in the bedroom with the kitten and Mark would sleep on the couch with Nori, because we just really want to avoid him feeling jealous, and he's so bonded, I guess, to us that I think he would feel slighted, or at least in my mind he would feel slighted if he was left completely alone. The new little guy woke me up around 5. Hi, honey. And I was having lots of dreams, and I guess I was sleeping on my back, and I just opened my eyes and there he is, just staring at me, standing on my chest. It was probably one of the nicest ways to wake up I could possibly imagine. But we did have a little pet sesh for a good 20 minutes at that point, and then we went back to sleep for another 2 hours. So it is just about, or it's just after 8 o'clock actually. Hey, little bundle. And the goal today will be to settle on a name. It's so hard to decide. There's like, we want to go with a food theme, and I've floated probably 50 or more names, and between Mark and I, trying to decide which one to go with. I don't know. It's like, because you don't know if something's going to suit something until you basically start using it. But I don't know. There's just, you know, there's a lot to choose from. There's like deciding how the nicknames are going to roll off the tongue. There's seeing how it feels. You good? With Nori, so Nori and, or X and Nori. But this guy's got a lot of spunk. I think he and Nori are gonna get along. And on that note, Nori was very curious at the door pretty much all day, on and off, but not in like a threatened or scared way. And so we did yesterday let him see the kitten and look at each other, and he's just the whole time like, but I don't know, I don't think it's gonna take too long before they can have supervised hangout time. And Nori's doing like, he's mad respect for that little guy. He's doing well considering the circumstances. What's going on down there? Are you just a little guy? You're just a little. He loves TV, this one. Nori's concern lies entirely.
Flappy, are you scared? You want some pets? That make you feel better? Yeah. Yeah. Nothing to be scared of.
Yeah, but like, you know.
He knows he's the man.
Still a good boy. Let's hear a purr, Nori.
Hello everyone. Apologies for my disheveled appearance. I have had not a lot of sleep and a very, very stressful 48 hours. Now, let me start from the beginning. I want to keep this vlog good vibes, so I'm gonna like run over this pretty quickly. It is now the middle of the day on Wednesday. The last time I spoke to you guys was on Sunday. On Monday morning, Flap started to not feel so well. He was like dry heaving, coughing up just like bile or whatever. And then throughout the course of the day, he kept throwing up his meals and was having more diarrhea than, you know, the acceptable amount of diarrhea. And throughout the course of the day, I was getting increasingly anxious. I'm saying this with a straight face right now, but when I say I was sick with worry, I'm sure a lot of you know exactly how that feels. So by the end of the day, around dinner time, we did... That better not be you. I thought Flap was eating Nori's food. We don't want that, because by the end of the day, we went to the emergency vet and just wanted to make sure that Flap was like okay, that he wasn't getting dehydrated or anything from the diarrhea and all that jazz. And they took a look at him. They basically said it's probably the food, so we're gonna get him on like a tummy trouble kitten wet food. They gave him some medication to stop his vomiting reflex, which is kind of interesting. He's right behind me. There he is. And he seemed to be fine throughout the rest of the evening. And then I was so fraught with worry the entire next day, just in case his symptoms recurred, because the dreaded obstruction term was floated. Now, it has been a day and a half since the incident, since we went to the hospital, and he seems fine. So I'm pretty sure that we're good. Don't have anything more to worry about. His poops are a little bit more firm, and he hasn't vomited, and he's still completely playful kitten madness. But that's it for the stressful update. I have emotionally recovered from the experience, and we are in full integration now. So I took some time to clean up the entire apartment. Just got like, I don't really keep it like super not dusty. I'm not great about getting into the nooks and crannies, but you know who can get into nooks and crannies? One tiny little Flapjack. They're gonna wrestle in the back there now, so I'll just go over here where there's no crinkle sounds. And so yeah, as of this morning, he's been hanging out in the main room. He did go for like an explore at the end of the day yesterday. He sort of like escaped the bedroom, and then I was like, okay, I'll just follow him around and see what he does. And he and Nori have been hanging out and playing all day. My God, does that little boy know how to play? Nori keeps trying to go down for a nap, and Flap's like, play? And they're kind of like still at that point where they are doing some like rough and tumble play, and then Flap gets overwhelmed and he starts like growling or hissing, and then Nori backs off, Flap runs away, and then when Nori turns his back again, Flap attacks him. So I think everything is going okay. I think this is just the kitten way of like learning to deal with another cat. But it's incredible. We have Flap integrated into the apartment. Of course, we will not be leaving him alone in the open space until he is, you know, a little bit bigger. No, that's not your food. You can have the other food. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, we won't leave him out here when we're gone. Like, I just don't want to be here to supervise like the two of them together. And of course, I did my best. Like the apartment's relatively cat-proofed anyway, but kittens are a slightly different beast. So I will be kind of keeping an eye on him and making sure if he does find anything that I can lock that down. Yeah, I would say that this went off without a hitch. I'm so proud of Nori for being such a good boy. He's definitely acting like different from what he usually is. Like, he's a little bit more subdued, but low-key in a good way.
Hi, baby boy. You're such a good boy. I know that the kitten is the star of the show, but you're the star of my life, Nori. You're the star of my life, Nori. You're my one and only. You're my firstborn.
Anyway, I suspect that this might be the end of the vlog. I think having them fully integrated is the final chord that I can play for you guys. Thank you for coming along on this kitten vlog. I know it's just like gratuitous kitten content, but you know, that's what my whole weekend has been so far. And of course, we're going back to regular vlog, etc. content, and you will now see not only one itty bitty kitty in the background, but two. I'll keep the patron thank yous real short this time. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. If you would like to help support the channel, this is an amazing way to do it. If you cannot do an ongoing subscription at $1, $10, $25, I would also encourage you to check out my online shop where you can buy all of my cute stuff there. Stay sparkly, don't let the cruel world dull your shine, and I will see you next time.